Good morning, Derek. I was thinking...
Congratulations.
Thanks. But, what for?
The ability to think.
Morning, Julius. You are here early.
I was laying in bed, thinking about your dad's vow renewal ceremony, and it came to me. A photo montage.
They really don't give you much to do at work, do they?
Just imagine it. A series of mementos showing your love story of Jessica through the years. It'll be so special.
That's actually not a terrible idea.
Sometimes I surprise myself. So, do you have any old photos of you and Jessica from when you were dating or from your wedding day?
They're probably lying somewhere around the house, but I'm not going to go look for them.
Come on, everyone would love to hear the story of your whirlwind romance with Jessica.
I'm surprised Celia hasn't told you all about it.
She might have, but I've got a strict no negativity policy, so I could have blocked it out.
I actually haven't heard how you and Jessica met.
See? And we want the details. Tell us, Papa Shelley. Please, wish.
Only if you promise to never, ever, ever call me Papa Shelley again.
So how? Did Adam tell you if he's going on the attachment?
I left it up to him.
Yeah, but it's a year in Switzerland.
Sweden.
It's still a very long way.
It's important for his career that he goes.
But if he wants to be a father, it's even more important if he stay with you and the baby.
I don't want to hold him back.
You are married. Married couples make sacrifices for each other.
He's made enough sacrifices for me.
Ella, Adam is doing all this because he loves you. Why can't you accept it?
Are you excited about the attachment?
More confused than excited. How did I even get selected in the first place?
True. Usually these sort of things go to a senior resident, but I guess the board members think you've got what it takes.
No pressure.
Learn as much as you can, because when you come back, we'll expect you to be an expert in non-invasive surgical techniques.
If I decide to go.
What's there to think about?
Ella's due to give birth just when the program starts.
Adam, this attachment is a once-in-a-lifetime deal. Any resident would kill to be in your shoes.
But I don't want Ella to do this alone.
She doesn't have to. The attachment includes a family relocation package. Some doctors have brought families with them before.
But what if Ella doesn't want to go?
Ask her. I get that family is important, but if you pass this up, management might think you don't have the drive to be a great doctor.
You asked her to marry you and she left the country.
Ouch.
I thought it was all over, but she came back after a few months later and said yes.
The power of true love brought the two of you together, just like Cece and I, except totally different.
Where did Jessica go?
She never told me.
What are you three chatting about?
You? Derek just told us how you ran away when he proposed. Where did you go?
Why did you make him wait?
I was caught off guard. I needed time to think. Marriage is serious business, you know.
So, what do you think?
Me and the baby moved to Sweden.
Accommodation will be provided. Maybe even an allowance. Then we can be together.
But Maywan will be here, away from her granddaughter. I can't put her through that. Don't worry about us, we'll be fine here.
But I don't want to leave you and the baby.
Maybe we can visit you in 6 months, when the baby's old enough to travel.
It's not the same.
It's the best option. Just consider it, okay?
What's the matter, Ella? Was that Adam?
No, it was a telemarketer.
Louis and Madeline called off their engagement.
There are rumors that Hawk got his claws into Magdalene and broke them up.
I thought they were just friends, business acquaintances.
You believe that after what he did to James?
So far, we've got no evidence that they're in a relationship.
Neither did we of him and Emily. But speaking of questionable characters, have you heard from Dr. Shen lately?
No?
Even though he doesn't show up at the office, He used to send emails to update us about the free clinic. Even that has stopped.
No, maybe you could check with my dad. Shem visits him and Sensei quite a lot.
Is that so?
I was surprised too.
Well, I am not chasing after a grown man. If he wants to go into hiding, that's his choice. But he could at least get his work done first.
Madam Adina's foot seems to be healing well. She can be discharged tomorrow.
Oh, finally. Oh.
It's just been a few days, Jay.
You don't know what it feels like to be stuck in this room. Can't do anything you like.
Is there anything we need to do, Dr. Maya?
Yes, she'll have to continue her course of antibiotics and her dressing would need to be changed regularly.
How regularly?
Nurse Jenny will brief you on that.
We recommend that you change the dressing at least once a day, but if you notice that the wound is seeping, you need to do it more often.
What if we're at work?
I'll take care of it.
Great, I'll teach you how to change the dressing then.
So did you find out anything more about the fire that killed Malcolm Sia and his wife?
The court ruled it an accidental death.
I guess that's the end of it. So much for linking Jessica to their deaths.
Not so fast. There are people who suspect foul play.
What people?
Netizens on an unsolved crime website. Apparently, there were rumors that Brianna had attempted suicide before.
So Malcolm's wife suffered from depression?
Possibly. And finding out about Malcolm's affair didn't help.
So the fire could have been a successful suicide attempt?
Yep. But other posts on the website say that Malcolm's neighbors heard raised voices and shouting coming from the apartment before the fire broke out.
Maybe Malcolm was trying to stop Brianna from harming herself.
Except that they were the voices of two women. Then there are other accounts that claim eyewitnesses later saw an unidentified woman leaving the apartment and rushing off in a bright blue Volkswagen Beetle. What?
Jessica used to drive a Volkswagen Beetle around that time.
So did thousands of other women. It was a popular car. You think Jessica could be the woman fighting with Brianna?
So all this is on some website, unreliable and possibly fake news.
Yes, very possible. That could be the reason why charges were never brought against anyone. The case remains unsolved. Sorry. Yep.
What a pleasant surprise.
Mr. Shelley, what brings you here?
Oh, I was just visiting a friend. So, how are things with you and Ella?
Oh, good. Good, I think.
What's wrong?
I was chosen for a year-long overseas attachment.
Congratulations, Adam. That's a big deal, isn't it?
Yeah, it's to Sweden.
I sense some hesitation.
I have to leave Ella and the baby for a year.
Yeah, it's a hard decision. But you have to think long term. This could really be a huge stepping stone for you.
It just feels like I'm abandoning them.
Or you could be doing it for them. With the knowledge and the connections that you would gain, you could really give Ella and the baby a much better life.
I guess you're right.
Oh, what's she doing here?
It looks like she wants to talk to me.
Well, I better go. I don't want to cause a scene.
See you, Mr. Shelley.
So Brianna has family in Malaysia?
Her mother and her sister.
Okay, get in contact with them.
There's more. Her sister used to work in GFPH for over 20 years, and she quit a couple of years ago.
What's the name?
Arissa.
The nurse. She moved to Malaysia after she quit?
Yep, she moved there with her mother. Her adopted son is still living in Singapore.
Her sister dies in a fire. Then she ends up working in a hospital that we own, where Jessica gave birth.
It could be many coincidences.
Too many. There's got to be a connection.
You tell me, are you going to go for the attachment?
I don't know.
You cannot go. Ella and the baby need you.
I know.
You cannot give up the chance to watch your daughter be born.
I know.
You grew up without a father. You want your daughter to have the same kind of life as you?
Hey, Shira, have you seen Young lately?
No. The most I've gotten from him this whole time is a text message saying he's okay.
Oh, he's been in contact with you.
Only because I checked in on him. Otherwise, I'll hear nothing. Anyway, FYI, he's still in therapy.
Thanks for letting me know. I wanted to look for him, but I thought he might need some space.
I would. I can't imagine how Young is dealing with the fact that he imagined the whole story about his sister drowning.
And how are you taking it? Finding out that Young was the original.
It's weird. I've been thinking about everything Shen told me in JC. How much of it was real. I guess it must be even harder for Shen. I mean, Young.
Doesn't matter if what he said was truth or lie, or right or wrong. You were a good friend who saw him through difficult times.
I hope I get to see my friend again.
Adam, I just heard. Is it true?
About what?
Come on, you know what I'm talking about. The attachment. You turned it down?
I forgot I already signed up to be on the committee for the youth volunteer program. It's not fair of me to drop them just because I got a better offer.
Except I saw the sign-up sheet for the volunteer program last week. Your name wasn't on it. Adam, what's really going on?
Fine. I needed an excuse to reject the attachment.
You really want to stay here that badly?
I made a commitment to Ella.
You couldn't just tell them that.
You know what the management is like. The job comes first and your personal life comes second. If they find out the truth, I might end up on their blacklist.
But if you made them think you turned down the attachment for work reasons, they might consider offering it to you next year.
Please keep it to yourself.
Your secret is safe with me. Ella's a lucky woman.
Young hasn't been to visit your father or since they go?
No.
It's been almost 3 weeks since Tian told him the truth about his past. And he hasn't seen anyone else.
You know, I thought he would lie low, but this is complete isolation.
Have you tried to call him?
He didn't answer. I even went to his apartment. But there's one more place where I think he'll be at.
Where?
The beach.
Might as well. Ella!
Adam, I heard Miwan came to look for you. Don't listen to her, just go for the attachment.
I already turned it down.
Because of me?
And I'm fine with it.
But I told you.
Ella, it's not just that. Something felt off. First, they only offer the attachment to senior residents. I'm a junior. Second, I didn't even express any interest, let alone discuss this with my superiors.
So they offered this to you out of the blue?
Isn't it odd?
I guess it's good that you're not going then.
That's what I think. Anyway, I gotta get back to work. I'll see you later.
Dr. Ong was so happy about being chosen to go for the attachment in place of Dr. Adam.
I know. He couldn't stop talking about it. I don't blame him. He really wanted it.
There's a rumor that the board originally picked Dr. Ong, but Mrs. Shelley pulled some strings so that Dr. Adam got chosen instead.
Which Mrs. Shelley?
The one who's here most frequently, the one who always talked to Dr. Adam, the one that Dr. Adam saved.
Okay, I get who you're talking about.
I'm not talking about anything, just telling you what everyone else has been talking about.
What else are they saying?
That Dr. Adam isn't that kind of person. That maybe he somehow found out that Mrs. Shelley pulled some strings, so he felt bad about how he was chosen. Then he decided not to go.
You nurses have way too much time.
Nice try, Jessica. But Adam turned down a research attachment.
What does that have to do with me?
Don't play dumb. What's your agenda? Fine. If you won't give me the answers I want, maybe I'll tell Adam. After I tell him the rumors that you're behind all of this.
Fine. I did it because you would destroy him. You and I are the same, Ella. We have both done things that we're not proud of, and it poisons everyone around us.
That was in the past.
Like it or not, your past will always be a part of who you are.
You don't know what you're talking about.
This sudden engagement of yours was because of the baby, wasn't it?
I didn't force him to marry me.
But you knew that he would never leave you as long as you are pregnant. You trapped him into this.
That wasn't my intention.
But you did it anyway. Adam is a good boy. Don't ruin him.
You're not going to make me feel bad about this.
I don't need to, because you know exactly what you're doing. I taught you everything you know, Ella. We may not be mother and daughter, but inside you are the spitting image of me.
I am nothing like you. I'm glad I got away from you before it was too late.
That's not how I remember it.
I didn't know better then. But if I thought there was any chance you were my real mother, I'd get rid of this baby right now.
And miss the chance to snag a doctor for a husband?
Anything's better than passing on your toxic genes to the next generation.
My toxic genes? If only you knew.
You what?
You can pretend to be better than me, Ella. But you're every bit as toxic as I am.
This looks familiar. You sitting here all by yourself. It's like you never moved at all.
It helps me to think.
Yeah. If you need to talk, you can come to me or Shira. But there's no point obsessing over your sister.
How can I obsess over my sister when I don't have one?
Then why are you still here? You won't answer our calls, you haven't seen anyone. Even Eunice is asking about you.
Just tell your godmother I'll update her on the free clinic soon. For now, I just need time alone.
Ibu needs to have a normal life. We can't keep her cooped up at home like a prisoner.
You want her to go roaming around with her dementia getting worse? This time, she ended up in a hospital. Next time, who knows?
Then what? Live with dementia and in misery?
I have to agree with Shira.
Look, she won't be able to move around much while she's recovering. Let's just wait.
I let her get under my skin. I almost told her about Adam.
That boy has clouded your judgment. Did you at least manage to send him away? You're really off your game.
It was a minor misstep.
You seem to be making a lot of them lately.
Are you just going to judge me or help me fix this?
Like I said, if you don't want Ella to tell Adam all your dirty secrets, just smile and congratulate her on her marriage. You keep Ella happy, and she will keep her mouth shut.
Too late for Tao Hui.
We're closed.
Well, I didn't come over for Tao Hui.
I'm not in the mood for bonding, Mr. Shelley.
Ella, what's wrong?
Nothing.
I might not have been Father of the Year, but I could always tell when something was bothering you.
Promise you won't tell anyone?
Nobody listens to me nowadays.
It's Jessica. She cares a lot about Adam, more than she's cared about anyone before. It feels like she wants to protect him.
Is that so bad?
Do you know why she feels so strongly about him?
I always assumed it was because she felt grateful to him for helping her when she fainted at the blood drive.
There's no other connection between them?
I could check. What's his last name?
Xia, Adam Xia.
I could ask around about him and I'll let you know if I find out anything.
Thanks.
Derek, I was just about to call you.
Xia. Adam Xia. That's the name of the guy Ella is marrying. This is no longer a happy coincidence.
It's not. He's Arisa's adopted son. I just got confirmation from my sources. Adam Sia is her sister Brianna's son from her marriage to Malcolm Sia.
Ajay, let's try and connect the dots. Malcolm had an affair with Jessica before I met her. After I proposed marriage, she disappeared for about 6 months. I reckon that's enough time for her to have given birth to a child, given him up, and then proceeded to marry me.
You think Adam Sia is Jessica's son?
That's feasible, don't you think?
I'll dig into Adam's history.
Oh, and while you're at it, find out which ward Arisa was in when she first started working at GRPH.
Why?
I think she could have been behind the baby swap.
I thought you said Aha was the one who did it.
Everyone thinks so, but I never believed that. Hawk was 7. Do you think he could have pulled it off? But as a nurse, Arisa had access to the babies. No one would question her even if they saw her there.
Why would she do that?
Well, if Arisa thought that Jessica caused her sister Brianna's death in the fire, then taking away Jessica's baby would have been her way of getting revenge.
Do you really believe that?
The pieces fit.
But if you're right, then that means Jessica murdered Malcolm and Brianna.
No one really cares. You all will go on with your lives.
Ibu, come on. Of course we care. Everyone came to see you.
Only because I was in hospital. Even Zaryn only visited me because he works here.
But Ibu, we all live together. So technically we visit you all the time.
Late at night, you all come back. Early in the morning, you all leave. You are all like strangers.
That's not true. Zarif's on leave. He said he'll bring Amina home to see you later.
Yeah. Then after today, he won't care about me anymore.